Can you believe it's time for a 2025 wrap-up video already? This year flew by, so I wanted to recap some of my highlights of the year and set some of my channel goals for the upcoming 2026 year. At the beginning of this year, I marked off several locations off my must-see list. I was finally able to tour the Spiro Mound ancient civilization site. I wandered around where legend has it Vikings once roamed in Oklahoma while visiting the Heavener Runestone. I got to visit the Southern Belle to eat in a real train car, not once this year, but twice. It was a real treat both times. I finally made it to the top of the world's highest hill in Poto. One of my friends told me that this is a site where people have reported UFO sightings. I'm not sure if I believe all that, but speaking of UFO and strange sightings, I made my way down to southeastern part of the state to do the Talamina Drive. I visited an old pioneer cemetery, and I visited the Bigfoot Museum in Clayton, Oklahoma. One of my goals for 2025 was to do more hikes. If I'm counting correctly, I did a total of 8 hikes in 2025, which was far better than the one hike I did in 2024. I completed the first day hike at a local state park. I did a small hike while visiting the Heavener Runestone Park, where I thought I got lost. I visited the Sutton Wilderness area in Norman. I hiked a trail in Stinchcomb Wildlife Refuge in Oklahoma City. While making a return visit to the Wichita Mountain Wildlife Area, I completed a hike at Jed Johnson Trail, the Parallel Forest, and another random day hike on the refuge, and closed out my hiking year exploring Roman State Park in Watonga, Oklahoma, where I think I may have found one of the prettiest spots in Oklahoma. Could I have done more hikes? Absolutely. But I am proud of the ones I did. So maybe here's to more hiking in 2026. In May, my subscribers chose for me to attend the Kolache Festival in Prague. It was a nice event and I had a good time. I found out what it felt like being in a tornado at the National Weather Museum in Norman. I spent a fun day at Fort Sill near Lawton. Another highlight was experiencing the Route 66 Balloon Fest in Arcadia at the Parkhurst Ranch, where I went on my very first helicopter ride. Definitely recommend this family-friendly event for everyone next year, especially since it will be Route 66 100th year centennial celebration. I cannot forget my Kansas road trip. I will link the playlist above. I had so much fun. I slept in my car for the first time while visiting an old Cold War missile silo at Atlas Ad Astra. I checked out the world's largest check egg in Wilson, Kansas. I toured the underground tunnels in Ellenwood and stayed the night alone in the haunted Wolf Hotel. I thought I would never say this, but I took a peek and looked in at a decaying corpse at the Garden of Eden in Lucas. If you can ever visit any town in Kansas, Lucas definitely has to be in your top choices. It's an eccentric and artistic town where you can see the world's largest souvenir plate and you are able to use one of the prettiest public bathrooms in the world. I had an unforgettable day when I played with kangaroos, swam with penguins, fed giraffes and rhinos at Tanganyika Wildlife Park in Goddard, Kansas. I visited this sweet, quaint town known as Little Sweden, USA, the town of Lindsborg. I highly recommend a visit to this area in Kansas. You won't be disappointed. I stayed at 2 amazing places while in Lindsborg, the Roseburg Bed and Breakfast and Lindell Cottage. Come to think of it, I stayed at several amazing places in 2025. I stayed at the Lazy Buffalo in Cache, Oklahoma, and I finally was able to stay in one of the cute birdhouse cottages on my return visit to Medicine Park. I stayed in the Midland Railroad Hotel in Wilson, Kansas, that once served as a backdrop for scenes for the film Paper Moon. I visited with zebras and lemurs while staying at an Airbnb in Henrietta, Oklahoma. I finally marked the Noble House Bed and Breakfast off my list of places to stay, and the owners are so sweet. They sent me a Christmas card thanking me for my visit and hope to see me again. How nice is that? You don't get that with Airbnbs and chain hotels. I thought it was a nice personal touch, and I definitely plan on going back in the future. Topped off my year by staying at the notoriously haunted Skirvin Hotel in downtown Oklahoma City. What a busy year it has been. What do I hope to accomplish in 2026? New adventures, of course. I want to visit new states I've never been to before with the hope of investigating or visiting haunted locations. This map doesn't represent all of the states I've been to before, but this map represents the states I've already been to investigate or visit haunted locations. Most of my regular adventures will still be in Oklahoma, as that is where I live. My travel time and budget is limited. I do work a 9-to-5 job that I can't work from another state, so I will be doing my best to fit in as much adventure as I can. My goal is to eventually visit all 50 states, so subscribe and follow along to see if I can accomplish my goal. I promise you, it's going to take a while. I have my eye on completing a physical challenge in 2026 that I definitely need to get in better shape before I attempt it. I will talk about that more in a future video if I can swing that trip. My channel growth has been slow and steady, but I would love to finally reach 1,000 subscribers in 2026. I hope I can make that happen. It was a busy, fun year. Thanks for following along on my adventures. I appreciate you being here. Let me know in the comments below what were some of your 2025 highlights and what goals have you set to accomplish in 2026. I'm looking forward to the new year. Until next time, bye for now.